Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and one of the two Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education unit for watching. So please make sure to get out your phones and log the CEU. So I'm happy to have you guys here this week. We are really excited. The member extravaganza is coming up, guys. It starts March 28th. Super exciting time because this is the biggest membership drive of the year. Really ramps chapters up right before summertime. And you guys, if you haven't seen the pictures online of all of the amazing open business days that are going on right now, there are incredible visitors visiting our chapters all over Arizona, even our northern part. So I was just at an open business day with Preston Stanley yesterday up in the Prescott area. And then also I was at Business Leaders of North Scottsdale today and BNI Achievers. And today was Achievers' very first back in person day. And Business Leaders of North Scottsdale had their very first relaunch day with their new day, time, and location. So amazing. So many amazing meetings lately. It's so awesome. Absolutely love that everyone's getting out and networking and building relationships and growing their businesses all over town. Now for member extravaganza, guys. So we have some amazing material for you guys. And I know Dave Sosa is going to be asking me, is there going to be a PowerPoint? And guess what? There is. It's already made, and even the language is already created. I wanted to give you guys a quick look of the very first week to prepare for your open business days for member extravaganza. So one of the things that each chapter will want to prepare is an open business day, or what we call visitors days, for member extravaganza, because here are the awesome prizes, guys. So during member extravaganza, when you sponsor a new member, either into your chapter or another chapter around town, you will earn 1 free month of membership. And when you sponsor a member, now that needs to be a brand new member coming in. So if it's someone that used to be in BNI that's just returning, they don't count, but they are amazing to bring back into BNI, but they won't count towards this promotion. But brand new people coming into BNI, that is going to give you 1 month of free membership. And we also have amazing raffle prizes. So here are the raffle prizes. So if you sponsor one new member into BNI, so their application needs to be dated between March 28th and June 3rd. So between that time frame, so if they dated June 3rd, but they're not approved by that day, that's okay, because their application was dated June 3rd. So that's the time frame. So if you sponsor a member in between those dates, then if you sponsor one new member, you get put into a raffle to potentially win $250 cash. If you sponsor 2 new members, you will get into a raffle to potentially win $500 cash. Amazing. And if you sponsor 3 new members, you're going to be put into a raffle to potentially win $1,000 cash. And for every additional member that you sponsor above 3, your name will get an additional entry into that $1,000 raffle prize. Incredible. So last year, we only had 3 names in the raffle for the $1,000. That is really great odds, right? 1 out of 3 chances to win $1,000. So make sure that you are sharing the opportunity of BNI and really promoting the amazingness of your chapters. Like, each chapter has so much incredible stuff going on right now. So make sure to promote it. It's definitely well worth it. So I'm going to share my screen and give you guys a little share of the information that BNI Corporate has provided for us to really prepare our chapters for these open business days. Because yes, we can put on an event, we can stick it on the calendar, but if we're not preparing for that day, how successful will it be? Sure, we may have a few visitors show up here and there, But when we plan and we prepare and we execute our plan, we are going to be so much more successful. And it really is a numbers game. I'm not going to go into the entire presentation, but I wanted to share with you some really key nuggets. So in the presentation, it goes over the exact timeline of what your chapter could do week by week to prepare for that open business day. And for each of these weeks, so it's 5 weeks leading up to your open business day, we've prepared an education moment for each of those weeks, and it's all laid out. It's going to be sent out to the leadership teams this week, so that way you can start preparing, since it's coming up at the end of the month. I can't believe it's March already. But as you can see, it's a detailed plan all the way through, even including after the open business day, because the fortune is in the follow-up, right? So weeks 6 through 10, which are the follow-up weeks, we want to make sure that we are constantly following up with the people that attended that open business day or visitors day. So that way we can make sure to invite them back, get them all the information that they need, answer any questions that they may have. Because if we do all this prep for 5 weeks, guys, and then we don't do any follow-up on the back end, then that 5 weeks was for nothing. You did all that preparation for nothing. We want to make sure that we are following up as much as possible. I love Bonnie Maley. She did an amazing little education nugget in this month's Elevate meeting. So you guys have heard about Elevate. We send it out to all members, everyone's invited. So make sure to tune in. We provide a lot of amazing education, but one of Bonnie's pieces was having 4 touches when it comes to visitors, making sure that we include a couple touches before they even attend the meeting to really make them feel comfortable, answer any questions, even calling them. I know a lot of times we've been in the kind of so busy that we just send a text or email, but if we actually physically call them to answer any questions and actually prepare them for the meeting and even help them with their 30 to 60-second presentation, they're going to feel more comfortable and most likely show up to that meeting. Whereas if we just don't follow up with them, we don't create those touches, then they either don't show up or they don't come back. So we want to make sure that we follow up, follow up, follow up. So part of the setting up for this open business day is really looking at your why. Why did you join BNI? Share that why with potential visitors. You don't have to share all the information about BNI. You can share your why and why you were excited when you first joined BNI, because we get those new referral partnerships, we expand their brand, support the community, and of course, making more money is what it's all about. And visitors energize the meeting. If you notice, anytime we have those additional people, it brings so much more positive energy into the room. And I'm all about that positive energy. And the biggest thing is being able to work together as a team. This system puts together amazing roles that really work together synergistically to create success for your open business day. So such as social media gurus, a phone call motivator, sharing testimonials, and all sorts of amazing things. So the first thing to do is to set a goal. So how many members do we want in the chapter? So 3 to 4 weeks after the visitors day. So it does take multiple weeks to follow up with the visitors from that big day. So here's the numbers piece. So this is the biggest piece that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, these numbers are based on an average chapter size of 20. And so you can modify it depending on your chapter size, but this is going to be on an average chapter size of 20. So let's say the goal is to reach 10 new members during member extravaganza. So how do we get 10 new members? That seems a little daunting, right? However, if everyone works together as a team, little bitty pieces, each person doing a little bit of the work, it creates really big, huge results, guys. So 10 members, if you want 10 members, you need 20 applications. To get 20 applications, you need 40 people that are interested. For those 40 people that are interested, we need twice as many. So you need 80 visitors. It's all a numbers game, right? So 80 visitors, you need 160 RSVPs, which is a lot, right? And then 160 RSVPs, 320 communications, and then it all comes down to 640 invitations, which sounds a lot, but when you break it down to those 20 members in the chapter, this is why I say when everybody does just a little bit, it's only 32 invitations for each member. Like, that is not a lot when you look through all of these numbers, but then you get to the basic number of what each person needs to do. And this is why I like the power of one, because it breaks it down into its little intricate parts of what that you need to do each specific month and week. But 32 invitations, that's nothing, right? So we have amazing tools. And in this kit, guys, I'm going to be sending you guys the invitation scripts. So BNI's created amazing scripts that you can literally copy and paste and send an invitation to that potential visitor. And we also have, I've included videos in the past from Kelly Dominguez on how to utilize social media to send out invitations. People have had a lot of success through Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Nextdoor, Alignable. I just heard on Monday during our Elevate meeting, some people are utilizing the local coffee shops because a lot of businesses drop off their business cards and information at the local coffee shops, and they're always looking to grow their business. So if you are in the area of a local coffee shop, stop by and see what businesses are represented that you can reach out to send one of these invitations to. So this is all part of the amazing education moments that I will be sending out to the leadership teams, but it's all a numbers game. So the more we can create a system and just send out a couple invites at a time. One of my biggest things is time blocking. When I first joined BNI, I was so busy, but how I maintained everything in my schedule was time blocking. People all the time are like, I don't know how you do what you do because you're just so busy, and I don't know how you get it all done. And it's that one word, or actually 2 words, right? Time blocking. That's how I got everything done. And it goes the same way with inviting. I put in 15-minute time block with sending out a few invitations throughout my schedule. So that way it's not very time consuming. It just takes a little bit, but it takes consistency. You have to keep doing it to create results for your chapter, and which will also in turn create a lot more results for you and your business, because you're gaining additional visibility through those visitors attending the chapter. Because on average, each visitor passes about $1,500 worth of business to the members in the chapter, whether they join or not, because they are in the meeting, they're learning about all of your amazing businesses. So it's important that we're constantly inviting visitors. Don't decide for them whether they're too busy to join. There would have been a lot more people that weren't in BNI if I decided for them that they were too busy to join BNI. I always love sharing the opportunity and sharing the gift of BNI. And I always love to share my journey and really how BNI helped expand my business when I was representing my massage business in BNI. So make sure to share your journey with these visitors, because that will really help. And then it leaves you with the question of, if we can make it easy for you to identify the 25 to 35 people to invite, would you be willing to give it a shot? So we'll talk about all of that next week. So I'm going to touch on each of these weeks during Wisdom Wednesday, and our leadership team and education coordinators will also be receiving these amazing presentations, so that way they can walk you guys through this information as well. So this week, identify those 10 professions that you would like to have in your chapter, and then we will go over the additional details in next week's Wisdom Wednesday, leaving you hanging. All right, guys. Well, that concludes this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. Looking forward to seeing you guys all next week. And remember to record that one chapter education unit for watching. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.